Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. A few months ago I started with the work for the new Galley. I started cutting, to sanding, to gluing. I made an incorrect purchase, example here, a metal sink that I never use it. Now we go inside and need to prepare the template for this place because I will use corian to cover. I need to take out those. The template is very important if you need to make some brand new, because follow the perfect contour of the original one and you can build immediately another one in the same correct size. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel C4C. This is another episode of the fantastic series restoring an Hallberg Rassy 312. In this episode you will see a lot, and the title of this episode is Making the Galley. I started a month ago to prepare the template and now I am arrived at the end of the task. There was a lot to do, many small pieces. It's like a jigsaw. You need to adjust perfectly any single pieces to get the complete image of the situation, but at the end I did it. Was time consuming and stressful and a lot of work. I spent probably hours and hours sanding the corian to shine it. Oh my god, was very hard, but at the end the result, for my opinion, is astonishing. So guys, if you like my video, remember to leave thumb up and write your comment below, because I'm very happy to reply to you personally. Another things I want to say to you is thank you. Thank you for writing me a lot of messages. I get messages from America, North Europe, Asia, Australia, everywhere to ask my health and the Italian situation regarding the virus. Yes, my health is good, fortunately, cross finger, touch wood, but Italian situation is not very good. So we need to pay attention, and I hope all the things becoming well. In any case, stay healthy also you, because the virus is spread all around the world, so keep attention. If you are confined in the small space or in the house, remember to watch my channel and write me a message. I'm very happy to chat with you. So guys, we start now because there is still a lot to do. Okay guys, we go! And this is the template that I did a month ago, and now Franco is checking all the measure to insert in the computer, and after that cut the piece of corian. Franco explained which is his idea to how build the sink for the galley. And now it's time to insert all the data in the computer before the CNC milling machine start to cut the corian. First things is calibrated the correct thick of the corian, and also we need to add a small piece of corian at the end of the plate because it's too small for my purpose. It makes no sense to cut a new one when we can use an old one and avoid, in this case, to trash away. Okay, in half an hour the piece will be glued, and now we start to polish the new corian base of my galley. And now we start, after many checks, we start to cut the corian slab, following the design and the change that we made in recent month. So now is the moment, very important, that start the make of my new top of my new galley. We go! We have to work the underside of the kitchen top. We have to prepare all the shelves to be able to insert the flange of the refrigerator, closer and the new Korean sink. And in this moment the milling machine is cutting underside the top, and this part is the fridge aperture. We do this work to the top of the galley to prevent the water from the sink from entering the refrigerator. So let's make a small raised edge. Eduardo make 4 pieces that need to be glued all together, and those pieces make the raised edge. And now Eduardo is preparing the base of the sink and reinforce the place where we need to make the hole for drying the water. You can see the reinforce of the base of the sink where we need to drill, and this is the edge lift for avoid water entering the fridge. This is the hole of the sink. We need to make some small modification, but after that we start to assemble all the Korean sink. And we are just cutting the place where we need to install the Korean sink. Yes, the last touch and the job is done. 80% of the work is ready. Now we need to prepare the sink. Maria works at Top Tech, is an architect, but today is his birthday, so we eat like pigs. I like this type of food. The salami is fantastic. Okay, this is the base and this is all the stuff that we need to make the sink. So we now to cut them and assemble all the sink. The time has come to glue all the pieces together, and at the end we will have our beautiful sink made by Korean. This is the first test of assembling the sink, and everything seems to work very perfectly. Now we have to glue some small piece of wood that help the clamps to stay in position, and after that we start to glue. A good cleaning with acetons before gluing. And we go! The glue session are start. Okay, the sink is glued and we wait for cured, and after that we need to sand all the excess of glue, and after that shine all the sink. But this is the sink. The time has come to polish my new sink. About 1 hour to do. You start with grit 120, after that you pass 180, 240, 320 and the end 600. It is a cycle that you need to respect to get the perfect result. And here we are, this is the result. Okay, we move on. This is the original aperture of the fridge. You can see the plywood completely soaked of shit. I don't like it. So I prepare now the frame that cover this plywood. So I need to cut all around here so the frame go in touch with the fridge. Some hot glue to fix the frame in position, and after that I will cut all around. When you have the correct tools, it's very easy to do the job. In this case I use this Festool, and in a couple of minutes I finish all my cut. I need to deal with a lot of silicone that in the 1983 they use a lot of this type of material, and all the top is glued with silicone. And here you can see exactly my plan. Okay, you can see here the border will be aligned just here, so I have no more plywood, but you see Korean, so it's more easy to clean and more beautiful to see. Okay, and now I need to move on with other works before come back to Franco factory. I need to use some epoxy putty to close all the holes and make watertight all the periphery of the plywood before insert the new base. Coming back to Franco factory, I need to align perfectly the frame underneath the Korean top that protect the water to soak the plywood. A good cleaning with acetons before gluing the Korean. It's time to glue the frame using the Korean glue, using the clamp to maintain in position, and wait about 20 minutes that the glue makes its work. Using many clamps to fix all the stuff together, and here we are. It's like a jigsaw. And now we start with the other small modification on the top. Franco is choosing a small piece of Korean because we need to make the border underneath the Korean base. This is Cristina, the sister of Franco. You can see where I need to glue the small piece that I calibrated 2 seconds ago. We need to calibrate the correct length and size. You can see the metal protection from the fire. We use Korean, and my friend is gluing now this piece of Korean to make the same function. It's quite nice to use the Korean glue in the Korean because it works in about 10-15 minutes. You have the piece completely joined and you can sand immediately. You don't need to wait one day like when you use the epoxy. And here we are. Franco is cutting the small piece of Korean that we glued just 20 minutes ago. Franco is checking the old piece of stick that was installed before. For sure I need to make another one a little bigger because my top is more thick. So we decide to immediately make a new one with the correct measurements. We should make some piece also for the panel that is very close to the sink and cover the engine and where normally you put your feet when you enter in the boat. We paid particular attention in cutting the piece of stick in order to give the continuity to the vein of the wood, because we need to use some pieces of this piece of stick in the panel near the sink. It's the panel that covers the engine. And now we make the round border. Shining the top and shine the Korean make a lot of time because you need to follow a correct process. You need to start with 120, 180, 240, 320, 360, 400 grit sandpaper, and you need to do this work very slowly. The time has come to try the sink lid. Eduardo has done a great job and is completely flush. Need only to sand a little and shiny, and also the lid of the sink is a job done. The big day has come. Today me and Franco we will glue the Korean top on the old galley. I need to make some small modification to make everything work perfectly. I need to glue there and there, I need to cut here, so very small part, but they need to be done if you want to get the correct result. A good sanding is required to get the perfect bonding with the new surface of the top. And now I need to take out all the old silicone that was used to glue the metal protection for the fire, but you know, if you leave the silicone, the new sealant doesn't attach. I have to reinforce this part of the galley as I need a solid point for the new Korean top. At the same time, I need to install this plywood because I need to make more thick the plywood because I have to screw some screws. First of all, I need to make 2 holes and after that screw 2 screws. Countersink. Before gluing, I need to sand a little. Here we go with epoxy putty. After the modification, I need to test if the Korean top fit well the original one. Yes, it is, like it, need to be glued. Here we are, voila, my new galley. For you a quick preview of the new Korean top of my galley. You can see here there is a small rise of Korean to avoid the water from the sink entering the fridge, creating humidity and dirty, so this stops the water entering in the fridge. There are some other modifications that I need to do before finish the work, but this is the first test. Yes, Franco has arrived and is preparing all the surface full of glue, and after that we put the new Korean galley and some weight and some clamps to take in position and permit that the glue make its work. And here we go. Woohoo! Quite nervous. We can't make a mistake because after that you can take out the new Korean base. The clamps are indispensable because they hold the base in Korean in place and you cannot go wrong. Once the glue has made its effect, to remove it you have to break everything, so no way to make mistake. And now 20 kilos for each piece of lead. Okay guys, time to move all those stuff. Ta-da! Here we are. This is the fantastic result, perfectly glued in the perfect position. Now I need to move in this part, but we'll do it the next week and you will see this in the next episode. For the moment, if you like my new galley, please leave thumb up and wait for your comment, and at least and not last, the new lid of the sink. Ciao!